So be comfortable with your posture and relax your body and focus your mind to this bell sound. And while you're following the sound, mentally relax your body and relax your breathing and relax your mind. Focus your mind to the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to this mental practice, our main purpose is cleaning our mind and cultivating our mind, allow our mind to become more clear with the perceptions or with the information we connect, to be more clear, and that clarity will help you to understand how things come to be as they are. So actually, this is a natural process, but still in the beginning we have to have some effort to get into that. It seems like kind of like farming, kind like cultivating something. So as example, you want to plant a fruit tree. Just itself, it's not going to bring you the best fruits. Even the ground, the soil there, and maybe the plant is somewhere else. And if you don't care it necessary that properly, maybe the result not going to come. But even though you put this all the effort, the final result, the fruit itself, come as a natural process. Same thing with the understanding also. That's why mostly some people, some schools even talk about you cannot teach meditation. Of course, we cannot teach meditation. But still, what we're trying to share, we're just trying to share some information which can help for you. That is it. It's same like soiled for the plant. So if you have idea that you can, that just to follow what exactly what we say, and for the basic level in tranquility state, you're going to get into a certain level, and then from there, then you can become free yourself. So you have to balance this both parts, because why I tell this, because we have kind of like different people around us nowadays, and through Facebook there are a lot of friends send some message regarding different practice they used to do. So we have a lot of students around us and following this. So that's why I want to make it very clear and open. So the very first thing, keep the freedom inside you when you practice. That's the most important thing. So that freedom, even as the idea to practice meditation, don't bound to that, because that sometimes make you disappointed. So as example, your awareness can make you disturbed, stressful person. And like you used to be more calm, relaxed for a few days while you practice meditation. And then maybe next day it not happening to you. So then what happening? You become stressful. Oh, yesterday I was practicing this, I had a very calm, relaxed mind, but now I cannot get it, it disappeared. What happened to me? See, the same thing can disturb you. So don't get into that kind of mindset. So the most important part you have to develop in the very moment what you practice, just go with it. Don't try to compare with anything. So mainly we practice two mental cultures, samatha and vipassana. So in the samatha mental culture, it called one pointed meditation and one thought, or the uh, uh, chitta bhavana, serenity meditation, tranquility meditation, samatha bhavana. So this all trying to help your mind to tranquilize, calm down, stay in one point. And it has benefit when the mind become calm down, and your mainly your body, your breathing, your mind, your thoughts settle down as one. And from there, you can develop high mental powers. So in Samatha Bhavana, there are 40 meditation techniques in different ways that you can get into that. But mainly we practice with the observing inhalation, exhalation, anapanasati. So when you observe the inhalation, exhalation, here we don't try to involving with the natural process. So allow it to happen. Just keep relax yourself, and don't try to involving with anything, and just observe and recognize. So that is the important thing. And if your mind go here and there, you bring it back again and again. Just be comfortable and recognize. If you feel busy, tired, just recognize that, and then slowly get into the breathing. Because the dharma is not complicated. Dharma is the very simple basic method. Look, your inhalation, exhalation is the very simple, the connection that you have with your life. And that is the first connection. And out of the soul, that is the last connection that you're going to have. And all the time, it doesn't matter 24 hours how you busy with this outside world. The deeply, very simply, without any condition, that is the connection that you have with the inhalation, exhalation. So then why it is not a kind of like a, kind of like a big theory to get into that. That is the most simple thing in life. That is the beauty of the dharma. Remember, dharma is not complicated. If there is something more simple, natural, that is dharma. And when it comes to Buddha's teaching, Buddha never taught anything very complicated. No, everything. That's the beauty of the Buddha. Everything very simple. That is the most, the clear way that you can understand something. But our mind is more complicated with having a lot of things. So that's why even just the inhalation, exhalation, recognizing that become very difficult. So that's why sometimes some people can have argument. Why you have to teach to people to observe inhalation, exhalation? Because there's nothing to observe. Because it is with them. Of course, it is there with you in case if you can recognize that. Then you no need any teaching because you see it. But the problem is sometimes we cannot. Then maybe you can, maybe there are some other people cannot. They need help. So that's why we have this kind of sessions, just to help, just to share ourselves and keep the community together. We all practice together. It is not one is superior than somebody. No, we just everybody. We all together we just practice and we share. So in that level, sometimes some people need guidelines, some need some little bit push. So, and with that, remember in tranquility meditation, it calmed down, and in there, it's a kind of like a kamatahana, that now you know the meaning of the kamatahana means workplace. So when you work with that, there are four kind of mental powers that you can achieve. First, that absorption, second absorption, third absorption, or the fourth absorption, dhyana. Pratama dhyana, dutiya dhyana, tritiya dhyana, chaturtha dhyana. So this is the kind of steps, the tranquility state. Go step by step, step by step. So in the vipassana, you invest your tranquility state to get into more tranquilizing the mind, and in a certain level it become completely 100% sharp and clear. Then you divert it to vipassana. So you divert and your whole tranquility mind to vipassana. Vipassana means is analyzing, you recognizing. So, and deeply observing and recognizing. Vipassana, thoroughly, deeply observing, look over, ponder. So like that, when you see something, you go into the bottom depth of it and see what this is. So then we become disciplined with only the inhalation, exhalation, and stay there and go with it. The beauty of the inhalation, exhalation in the vipassana, when you're able to recognize the sensation, and mostly you get into the whole body slowly, little by little. And so in the vipassana level, what you observe, and when the inhalation happens, recognize the pain or the sensation or the feeling, and follow the feeling. How recognize when the inhalation happens. So how the feelings change according to inhalation, how the feelings change according to exhalation. So you may see the entire body go with it. And then from there, not only that, with the feelings, the recognition also change moment by moment, moment by moment. So before we go to that, for the beginners in tranquility states, remember, observe inhalation, exhalation separately, and then little by little, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Just observe, and then from there, some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft. So just accept it and observe, and it will help little by little to get into the tranquility state. Of course, it needs practice, but that is how we go. And then if I go back to again to the vipassana, when you observe the sensation or the feelings, recognize very clearly according to that, your recognition, your consciousness also change. Your awareness also change. Observer also change according to the moment. So then don't mix any your previous thought. Keep the clarity 100% awareness, and just go with the moment by moment, moment by moment. That will help you to settle down, and there you see the change happening within your own experience, not about the outside. Forget about that for now. Just see how your experience change moment by moment, moment by moment. So, and stay with it again and again. Follow the change. Again and again, follow the change. Don't go anywhere. Stay with the change. So with that, we're going to practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck get straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say, Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this or ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, All the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved to wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come. Also, think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So deeply inhale, exhale 3 times and allow your body to settle down and focus your mind to the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. And allow your inhalation, exhalation happen itself and observe the sensation please. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. So be aware yourself and see the condition of the mind and condition of the body time to time. Some inhalation become longer, shorter, soft, warm, cold. Just accept it as it is. Just focus to the sensation and follow the change. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, your village, city, state, country, world, and universe. And as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. So, with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion, beginning from your heart, forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Down and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to Buddha's teaching, you must know just one teaching itself doesn't mean we all going to get the the purpose of the Dhamma. So the purpose of the Dhamma or even the purpose of the Buddha is giving you self-realization. But when it comes to the Dhamma today, it's kind of like a fashion and the sutras. And rather than understanding the sutra, rather than reading the sutras, there are traditions. They keep the sutra only to worship. And they keep the sutras thinking about that sutra going to protect you. And sometimes you may see in the people that put the sutras like tattoos in their bodies, thinking this unseen, this invisible negative powers can block by that sutras. And there are some traditions, even they don't want to read the sutra. They're afraid to read the sutra and understand what it is. They say, no, it is not our responsibility. Don't read the sutra because you cannot understand it. So like that, when it comes to Buddha's teaching, people behave in a different ways with the teachings. But this samatha and vipassana in this Theravada tradition, the samatha and vipassana that we carry, this technique and these teachings, rather than using the word called technique, it's conventional use. But these teachings help us to get into the path and go into the path, dig into the path and go with it and recognize the yourself. What is this life? Who I am? What I am? What is happening? What is this world mean? It's give very clear understanding. That clarity will help you to understand how things come to be as they are around you. So that is how this path go. Otherwise, this is not a kind of believing. This is not a kind of something to worship. This is not something to afraid going to it. So then you have to be very clear. It is a kind of, you go with the practice and understanding, go with the practice and understanding little by little. So then the important part, you have to be comfortable with the path. Because if you have the fear and unnecessary respect and unnecessary kind of like believing, it is very difficult to get into the bottom. So of course you have the respect, because when you see the truth naturally, the respect going to be there. When you see the truth, of course the protection going to come towards you. So that's how it is happening. Somehow, when it comes to this practice, what it mainly does, so there is a certain responsibility ourselves. Get out of the pain within our own life. It is a self-responsibility. Get out of your pain, get out of your fear, get out of the unnecessary unsatisfaction that go with you. It is very necessary. It is best for you, it is best for your family, it is best for your world, it is best for your entire humanity. When you get out of your own shit, you know what is happening? Everybody going to become clean. Otherwise, what will happen? If you don't want to get out of your pain, if you don't want to get out of your dirt, if you don't want to get out of the shit that you carry, what will happen? The most difficult part, it is forget about you, because maybe you become comfortable with it. But the most dangerous thing and the most sad, unhappy part of the story is, take this very carefully. It is really happening around us. You're going to give your pain, your dirt, your shit to others. It happens everywhere. That is one of the most painful things. And sometimes your loved ones, your husband, wife, children, your parents, your family members, innocent people, if you don't clean yourself because of your dirt, they're going to have very painful life. So then it is yourself to take care of that, rather than making it more worst, making it more worst. When you have some little dirt in yourself, you multiply it everywhere. You touching whatever you touch, whatever, wherever around you, everywhere it goes. So then you have to look. So the meditation is a way you have the self-respect to clean yourself a little bit, because you know need to do because the clarity inside you. Remember that we all have that clarity. In different way, it say because in the Abhidhamma there are 4 parts: Chitta, Chaitasika, Rupa, Nibbana. So the Chitta means the mind, Chaitasika means the thought, Rupa means the forms, or this all the name and forms both. And the last part is the Nibbana. It is inherent. When you take out the Chitta, Chaitasika, name and forms, and then what happening? The Nibbana is there. So it is there, the clarity within yourself. Only thing is, why you carry dirt? Why you carry unnecessary pain? Because it creates fear. When you have the fear, it invites a lot of unnecessary things to deeper in your heart. Personally, about yourself, just think a little bit. There are certain fears. Even the so sad thing is, there are a lot of people have the fear. They don't want to look into within themselves. They're afraid. No. Even there are some people, they cannot close their eyes just for a moment. And forget about what's the point closing eyes. So, but they don't even look into themselves and see who they are. And unknowingly what is happening wherever they go. And whatever the pain or whatever the fear that they carry within themselves, wherever they go, and it slowly spreading, that fear that unhappiness, that sadness, that worry, that dirt, they spread everywhere. So the meditation is a method that you clean it. That's why it called cultivation. Bhavana. Bhaveti kusala dhamme aseveti vaddeti bhavana. So you cultivate your mind with the good practice, good things. And then all the dirt you take out little by little, little by little, then the naturally the clarity you find. Because the clarity is there. It's as example, it like this. You have a dirty cup. It's like your mind. So when you start to clean the cup itself clean. Only thing that you do, you slowly take out all the dirt. You bring up the clean, taking out the dirt. So then it doesn't matter how dirt the cup, but deeper itself, naturally itself, the cup is not dirty. Our mind the same. Everyone, this all human beings, same. Naturally, their mind is so pure, clean. But what happened through the culture, tradition, schooling, and then through the environment, families, the mostly, through the education and brainwash. This everything is whatever the good education is, everything brainwash. A brainwash in a good way sometimes. It's like a schooling. Whoever create the subject syllabus. So who knows what is the purpose of that person giving the syllabus to a child? Okay, it should be like this, like this. So that means we condition that mind. So once we condition, we lose the very sense. But naturally we have. I give another analogy, just example. Okay. So in America, we follow the traffic lights. So whatever we follow according to that. There are some countries, they don't have traffic lights. They have roundabout, and then sometimes they don't have anything. But what they does, whoever come first, they give that person to go. But sometimes if you go with the traffic light, you don't understand that. You have natural ability. So when in a traffic light, even there is no traffic light in the when you cross the roads, and you look here and there, and whoever first, and you allow that person to go. It's very natural, very basic method. So first come, first go. So you just follow that. But the thing is, when you start to go with the traffic light, you lose that natural sense. Now you think everywhere, oh, traffic light. In case, if in case, just by mistake, or maybe for emergency, or maybe for defense, or something, in case, just imagine, if one person break that rule, see what happened to all other people. And they ask, oh, why this person crazy? Oh, what happened to that guy? He's crazy. So like, they see the crazy, not because thinking about he going to get into accident, or maybe because he break the rule, maybe that going to harm to him, like that. Because when somebody break the rule, deeper you get disturbed. And people knock the horn, and they go crazy. Why? Because not about that person. Maybe because according to his point of view, maybe who knows that he see that he can make it happen. So it's like the past drivers sometimes. When you're able to drive so slow, and you think that all these fast drivers going to get into accident sometimes. No, because they're speeding because they can see. They know how to speed. But sometimes when somebody speed, you get disturbed, you get mad. Why? Because it disturbs you. Because you cannot do that. Just think about it. Maybe you're not happy because somebody's speeding. Oh, he may going to get a ticket not with that compassion. Or maybe he's going to get an accident. Not like that. Because maybe he see very clear and maybe he's a good driver, and who knows, he's driving this racing cars or something like this. Who knows? We don't know. So maybe he see very clear the road, then why, that's why maybe he's speeding. Maybe he used to do that way. But ourselves, why we get disturbed? Because it disturbs us. So like that, what I'm trying to tell you, when we become conditioned with this, we lose our natural abilities to live. We have ability to live with any condition, with no matter what. We have natural we are like water. 70% our body is still the water, and even in the quantum physics, the most of 95% is empty. Forget about this all. This is empty. This that even that the Buddha said that it is an illusion. There's nothing, but people don't want to know that. But when it come to through the machines and scientists says 95% empty, then people think, oh really, like that. But itself yourself, when you observe a little bit and look at your past, is what is that? It's all gone. Same thing. But we cannot accept it. But in true nature of you, when you're able to go into that true nature, what is happening? You're going to connect to that Dharma. Because the Dharma is the nature, it's very simple. So you go into that level and you get connect to Dharma. It is not complicated. But the thing is, we condition our mind through many ways, and that's why you need to clean. It's like dirty. So otherwise, naturally, you have that ability. You naturally, it's kind of like you are in according to kind of like a Zen meditation or the Mahayana tradition. Naturally, you are a Buddha. Naturally, you are a Buddha. Only thing is you covered with all these demon ideas. So just little by little clean it. So then it is your responsibility to clean. Otherwise, what? The demon that in your head, it going to create demons and multiply demons and going to jump to others' head. And it create that the hell around you, because in your head, you don't clean the demons. So it is your responsibility then for you and behalf of others, and just try to get into clean. So it's like that. That's why it's like the cup. The cup itself clean. The itself that it's clean. Only when you take out the dirt, little by little, cup going to shine. Same like you. Do it. To do that, you have to have the compassion regarding you. That is my point. Without the compassion regarding you, you never going to clean yourself. So that's why in the very first layer, the generosity, dana. So the generosity is just not just giving something hand to hand. The best generosity is releasing, renunciation, giving freedom and find the freedom. So when it comes to that point, even to clean the cup, you have to have an idea regarding that cup. It's kind of like a generous idea. to make the cup bring it to its original form. Otherwise, if you hate the cup, you're not going to clean it. But if you love the cup, what you do? You try to clean it. So same thing with everything. When you love, when you have the real compassion, when you have the real connection, when you really want to take care of yourself or others, you get into clean it. Even the house, materially, whatever, if you hate that place, if you don't like that place, you allow that place to be dirty. You allow that cup to be dirty. You allow that people to be suffer. You wish for their suffering when you have the hate. But the very first thing, that becoming generous with the loving kindness mean it is not giving something hand to hand. Freedom. Find the freedom. So yourself, getting to your original form, getting to your origin, that becoming very organic being yourself is the best gift that you can give to yourself. So allowing somebody to be really who they are, giving that gift to them is the real generosity that you can practice yourself. So then cleaning yourself is the best gift that you can give to yourself. And when you become clean yourself, other people become free from your dirt, from your shit, because they're not going to get that from you. So that is the best gift that you can give. Look how it works. And then when you want to clean the cup, when you want to get out of your dirt, shit, so what you have to do? You cannot just do whatever you want. You have to follow necessary protocol. You have to follow necessary method, even just a cup. So you have to use right kind of the cleaning powder, dishwash, and you have to use right kind of brush. Otherwise, even though you have the idea, it's not going to work. So the same thing, you have to use the right method. That is called discipline. Using the right method, using the right amount of water and right kind of cleaning powder and right kind of brush to clean it and right kind of way to apply it. Look, that's all come to discipline. When you come to meditation, or you want to practice meditation a little bit, you're going to get into your clarity. It's not you can lying down and in a kind of like a sofa or bed and moving yourself here and there. You cannot do that. So that's why there's a kind of discipline. Keep your back straight and relax your body, keep clean yourself. And so that is a discipline. That's a method that you follow. Otherwise, it not need or to practice meditation. Exactly, you have to keep your body straight. Not like that. But to get into this, to clean yourself, you have to follow certain method. So you just follow it. You don't need to attach to that. You just follow it because that is the way to get into that. That's it. So I like Venerable Ananda, Buddha's great disciples, and he attained to enlightenment, even not lying down, even not his body straight. And some monks attain to enlightenment while walking, when they have the walking meditation. So like that, it happened in different ways. If you come to an idea or to attain to enlightenment, your body should be straight, that is wrong. So you have to understand the same thing with the discipline. All the disciplines that you have to follow to get into the place. Once you get into the place, you no need that. It's like you follow all this road and the traffic lights, the traffic rules, that everything until you come to the home or your destination. Once you go to your destination, You don't need that rules. You become free from that. So the discipline is something try to take you to certain level. Once you go there, there's nothing to do discipline. But to get into that, you have to follow. Otherwise, you may get into accident. You cannot go into that. So same thing in your mind also. When you practice, when you want to get clean, you have to follow a certain method. That's why we come to breathing and we follow breathing or loving kindness meditation or whatever the meditation you practice, you stay with it and keep going and keep implementation. And so consistency, you keep going with that little by little using your effort. But certain time you become free from that all. But in the beginning, you have to keep going. Why? Otherwise, because you cannot clean it. So that's why this is a process yourself. And step by step, you get into that. And that is called sila. So discipline. So the first one, generosity, and the next one, the sila. So the generosity, you have the generous ideas to become free. The discipline is the right protocol or the right method, the system that you follow to get into that. And dana, the dana, sila, and the bhavana. The next one is the meditation. So the bhavana itself means cultivation of the mind and opening it, allow it to grow. So when it comes to that opening mind, so that's why we go to the vipassana level and observe deeply and recognize exactly how things come to be as they are without adding our comments or having our own opinion regarding it. That's mean you get out of the self-centered view. So today I'm going to teach you what is this self-centered view. Self-centered view is this. It is not a kind of like a magic word or very difficult thing. Just listen this very carefully. Self-view means this. So you see something in front of you. So you see this in front of you. So then this the bottle, and then it come to your eye, and then with this the physical eye, it create the contact and happen the so contact happen. Then with that the eye consciousness arise. So once the eye consciousness arise, so this outside layer just finished, done. The bottle appear, and because of the light and this, so this have the 4 elements and so then it come to your eye perception, and then it contact with this physical eye, and as a result of that eye consciousness arise. So now from there once this it gives you the feeling. It is so sharp and subtle. So they give the feeling, and because of that feeling, sensations arise, and as a result of that, formations arise. Formations mean thoughts related with the bottle that you learn from the past. And according to that, consciousness arise, understanding. So this all go. So then self-view mean this. You saw this for the first time, so then feeling, sensation, formation, consciousness. And the consciousness getting to thoughts. And then there is a separate that the connection going with the consciousness and the formation. Anymore that you don't see this word, the connection, you don't care. So you go always with the consciousness and the mental formation, sanskara. Even you close your eyes, you keep thinking, you keep thinking. And so even then you have the mind connection, and that mind connection also, and again it brings the feelings, and somehow the whatever the mental formations that you carry from the past, you become very limited to that rather than recognizing this. So you become very limited to your past experience rather than what is in front of you in the moment. That is what called self view. So that can relate with me, my body, that your past views come as a result of your body, your name, your pain, your feelings, your consciousness. So this all included together. So, and then you go again and again with that. But forget about that, all the past. If you're able to get out of all the past and start to see in this very moment, that moment by moment, in this very moment, what is this? In that very moment, there is no that something coming from past experience and disturb to this happening. So that is self-view. So in the bhavana, that is what happened. We get out of the self-view. So when you are able to get out of the self-view, each and every moment you're going to see how things come to be as they are in that very moment, as it is. So maybe somebody did something wrong yesterday, it's completely wrong. But today, that person doing something good. So what is happening to us when we go with the self-view, that we already conditioned with the yesterday what happened, and we think this person bad. And then even that person do something good today, you don't see it today. Out of that good, you still experience the bad. So same thing happening every day with everything, even ourselves, even our own experience, we don't see how our own consciousness change. So it's like glue, and then we stuck with it. And then again and again, again and again, it's like a Velcro. So whatever touch is stuck with it, stuck with it. Then it go like that. So through the bhavana, you come out of it. So dana, sila, bhavana, generosity, discipline, and meditation. So that way you purify yourself, getting to the origin of you. So it is a method. What is the origin? Not whoever you're going to recognize deeply, there is somebody inherent. The very origin is all of us. Everything in this universe, moment by moment, everything changes. That is the final point. Once you get into that, you're not going to have the solid awareness or the solid kind of any name or form within yourself. And that is where you become free from everything. So there was a very arrogant, very proud man in a society. So one day he visited the temple, and the monk was practicing meditation, and he was trying to get into argument with monk and telling, I don't believe this anything. So like that. And monk was listening to him, and there were some other devotees around that, and he wanna show off himself. He's blaming and telling things. And then finally, he came to a point to tell to this monk, you are kind of like a pile of dirty, dry shit. And the monk smiled and told, I appreciate that you are kind. Then this person asked, what do you think about me? And the monk looked at him and told, I really appreciate that. I think you are kind of like a Buddha. The monk was this person was so proud himself in front of others, this monk, and telling kind of he's like a Buddha, and he thought he's so wise. So somehow he went home and told his wife, you know what happened today? I went to temple and I had a conversation with the monk in front of all. I told him It's kind of like a pile of dry shit. So the wife asked, what? What the monk told? No, he just smiled and you know what happened? He told about me. So wife asked what? He told, I'm like a Buddha. So then wife laughed and told how idiot you are. So the husband was shocked and asked, why? Why you say like that? Because that monk told you are like a Buddha because in his heart he see the Buddha. And why you said him kind of like a pile of dry shit? Because in your heart you see always dry shit. So dear friends, same thing with us also. What is in our heart, we see around us that things. So that's why I mentioned today, it is your responsibility to get out of this all the dirt and keep the clarity. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata chammihi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idammi punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.